Madden 08 is one of the, if not the best Madden games out there. I could make a 30-minute long video just talking about why it is great, but the same can be said for Madden 08 for the PSP. Hello everyone, I'm Sadelixe, and let's get into why I think Madden 08 for the PSP deserves better than what. First thing first, we gotta talk about the graphics, because what is a game without graphics? I gotta say, the graphics looks great, the animations are clean for a game that was released on the PSP, but the home consoles had the best graphics. But hey, it is a PSP game, not a PS2 game. We can't judge it based on graphics, because we know that games that were being ported to the PSP had the graphics lowered down for so that they could be playable on PSP without graphics. As for the game modes, the game lacks a lot, and although it is still great, but come on, we only have 3 game modes if I'm not including exhibition and mini camp, which I gotta say I don't understand what's the purpose of mini camp other than just being practice mode, because all the things that you do in mini camp are the same things that you do in franchise mode before you start a preseason. Okay, so the mini camp for me, I gotta say, it is just a way for you to just trying to get the better feeling of the game and how it plays. Okay, but thank God we had superstar challenges and franchise mode. As for superstar challenges, well, it is still the same as in the home consoles. You play matches that were played in the last season, the last year. Okay, you just have to play those games, and it is one of the funnest modes that the game has. Okay, other than maybe if I'm not including franchise mode, because that's the only game mode. As for franchise mode, you pick a team and choose if you want fantasy draft, which is where you pick players who want from square one, which is whereby, let's just say for me, because my favorite team is Philadelphia Eagles. If you choose fantasy draft, that means you ain't gonna have Sheldon Brown, all those people. I can't name all of them. Okay, that means you're gonna have to start from the beginning to pick players that you want. That means other teams may pick the players that were in the Philadelphia Eagles team, and you get to pick maybe players that were in the Washington Redskins. Okay, or you can just leave it off and go with the normal team. As for me, I just went with the normal team because I never love to play with other teams. So I had that feeling of if I choose other teams, if I choose fantasy draft, I might choose players whom are not great like the players whom I know from the Eagles. I ain't gonna get much into it because a lot of people had covered it on what it means, but it is still the same as in home consoles, although lacking some stuff, but still your players got morale. You can check their morale and see how they are doing in the team, if they're enjoying being on the team. And the same way, it starts the same way in the preseason. After the preseason, you go to the regular season, and then you get to win the cup if you are on top. But I haven't won the cup yet, so I'll just have to see when I get there.